guys want to see one of the coolest folding saws I've ever seen? Here, check this out. This is the Silky Bigboy Outback Edition. I'm super excited that I got it. I got it as a Christmas present because Canadian, they range for about $200, and I always wanted the big boy, and I couldn't get money together in time to get a big boy, the regular one. By the time I had the option to get it for Christmas, the Outback was out, and I brought this out on my winter camp. I wasn't able to film too much of me cutting with it then because, well, go watch the video, you'll see why. But I just wanted to boast about it a little bit without trying to make a sales pitch, because they're not sponsoring me. I know a lot of people can't really afford it, but if you can ever afford it or save up to get it, I recommend this if you're looking for a half decent folding saw. I actually used the Fiskars for years and years and years, but I prefer the longer blade, and I always wanted a Silky, and I had my heart set on the big boy. And then when I seen that they made an Outback Edition, I really wanted the Outback Edition. It cuts really fast, really smooth, really well. Non-slip grip makes it really nice to hold and handle. It's fairly slim. It's still fairly long folded up, but it's fairly slim. It slides into my pack nice and sleek in its case. And yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with everybody here really quick. More or less of not a review, more just my experience with it. Its specs and details I'm going to put into the video. They should be popping up right about now. And yeah, so overall, I brought this out for a weekend in -30 weather, and it was able to process enough wood for me to sustain myself all weekend without having to spend the entire trip out cutting wood. It cut wood fast and efficiently, moderate size. I'm gonna show you that soon too. And I'm really just happy with it. Silky does make a good product based off of this. Not a flimsy blade. It's got some flex to it, but when you go to pull, it doesn't completely fold on you. So most of the time I can do one-handed with this, and it's okay. If I'm cutting large amounts of wood, I will typically use two hands to strain myself a little less. This log's probably completely frozen, by the way, so we're gonna try it. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I want to give you a first-person view of how nice these things are. Backing up a bit. So that was one-handed, and because of the way the tree was leaning, it started to bind up at the end. So I'm gonna do another one here, and I'll do it with two hands this time, and it shouldn't bind up because now there's no weight on the end of it, so you can see. And also, see, that's not bad. That's a decent sized log. These were about the size of the logs I was cutting to burn for my fire. Maybe a couple, maybe an inch bigger, an inch or two bigger. And when you're cutting, you want to make sure you're getting the entire blade you want to cut with the entire blade. If you're only cutting like this, you're not putting the blade to its full potential. So you want to make sure you're doing a full draw and then push forward. Getting the hang of it might be a little tricky, but when you pull back, you want to get the full blade, but you want to make sure this doesn't go in, because that's when you might get your bend or your flex and you could damage your blade. Okay, so we're going to try this part of the log here. Should be about 2 inches bigger than the one I cut previously. I will two-hand pull it, and we'll see how fast we can get through. I'm actually going to skip down to here because I don't want to cut through the knot. Bam! Took out the camera too. So I don't even know if that was much bigger. It looked bigger before I started cutting it, but still fairly fast. You can process some decent sized logs with this in twice the speed of a half the size Fisker saw like I've been using for many years before this. Do one more cut for good luck. This is the end of that, well, the end that I can cut without digging the saw into the ground. This is as far down as I can go, a little bit bigger. I'm gonna two-hand this one. We'll see how well she cuts. So I was cutting into a little bit of a stick that I didn't notice before I started cutting here. That's why I kicked it off. I started to saw a stick in half. So moderately bigger than the other two I cut earlier. And yeah, she does the job good. You can get a decent amount of firewood cut before the sun goes down on any camp. So like I mentioned before, this video isn't sponsored at all, and I'm only boasting about the product because I've used it, and I loved it the second I started using it. In my winter camp video for this year, I went out well, it was about -25 when I got out there, but it was supposed to get down to -30 degrees Celsius overnight. By the time I got out there, I only had an hour left of light, and that Silky was able to cut all the wood I needed to stay warm, cook my food, be comfortable, and I just wanted to share my experience, give a quick review. Best judgment for yourself there, but I don't really have anything bad to say about the saw yet. I mean, I've only used it a handful of times, and I have no complaints. Hopefully this has been helpful to you, and leave me a comment if you've used or own any of the Silkies and how you like them. Any tips or advice for care would be helpful too. I want to put a lot of work into making sure I can have it and use it for a long time. I'd like to hear some experience of other people who own any of the Silkies, good or bad experiences. I like to hear people's stories, their opinions, their thoughts, good or bad, whatever. I'm not sensitive, but yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody's support, and I'll catch you on the next one.